He's the 7th overall player in the top 100 according to MLB.com. From LSU, Jacob, good to see you. Man, I tell you what, you took to LSU quite quickly. You played in the College World Series at Arizona. You transferred with your coach. You left with your coach to go to LSU. Were you even surprised by how comfortable you were immediately at a new place?
Yeah, I mean, that's how everything's going to go nowadays from here on out. I mean, I'm going to be moving places, and I think it was a good learning experience for me to go to LSU this year. And I mean, I had a great experience. I mean, LSU fans are unreal, and I mean, it was a quick move though from College World Series to Baton Rouge, and I'm just excited I did it.
Yeah, but I think, Jacob, a lot of the experience of today's player with the travel leagues that you're in as a kid, and then you go to Cape Cod in the summer or whatever summer league you might go to at college, it makes it a little easier to make that adjustment than maybe 10, 15 years ago. Am I right with that?
Yeah, I think you're 100% correct. I mean, you play in the area code and East Cobb, and there's so many travel things that get you prepared at a young kid and a young age nowadays. And I mean, I was just prepared to play in college baseball. I mean, that was my goal when I first stepped on campus, was to earn a spot, and I did that last year at U of A. And obviously, it was to become a better ball player last summer and play well at LSU. And I think I did a good job of that.
Okay, I want to talk to him about his ability to hit. So, I mean, switch hitter, both sides of the plate. You look like you're comfortable from both sides. Like, walk me through the journey of your offensive approach, because you're so short to the ball. I want to know, like, what did your dad do with you? When did it start? When did you really realize that you had a gift to hit?
I mean, I felt like I've always been able to hit. I mean, that's something that I do, and that's part of my game. That's the strongest piece, in my opinion. My dad, we've had a lot of good conversations, a lot of bad conversations in the batting cages growing up, but I'm thankful for every moment I had with him and everything I've had and everything he's done for me. I mean, he's created my swing to how it is, and I mean, I've just refined it as I've gotten older, and I've put in a lot of work.
Is there a player that you looked at, you modeled yourself after?
Not anybody specifically, but Paul Goldschmidt, being an Arizona Diamondback and being able to go watch his games, just the way he goes about his business is something that I model my game after and I really respect.
Well, I want to talk about your dad. You mentioned your dad. He played at Louisiana Lafayette. He was a fourth-round
Always say
pick.
his dad's name so people at home.
Well, it's a great name. Perry Berry.
It is a great name. I agree with that.
It is a great name.
He's a little sensitive on it sometimes, but he loves it, man. That's for sure.
So, was he a switch hitter?
No, he was not. He was a middle infielder and hit right-handed. The reason I'm a switch hitter is because he couldn't hit a breaking ball. So he made me a switch hitter, so at least the breaking ball would come into me.
How long have you been switch hitting?
As long as I can remember, to be honest with you. I mean, he would spin me over both ways and make me hit in the cages when I was 4 or 5 years old, and I mean, I'm thankful for it now.
I'm going to let Greg jump back to where he was at, but while we're on the switch hitting thing real quick, obviously you don't know which side's your natural. I won't even ask you natural right, natural left, but are you the same on both sides? Because I was always a switch hitter myself. I hit one way right-handed and total different hitter left-handed. How do you view yourself?
I view myself as a similar hitter from both sides of the plate. I mean, if you put my swing on a mirror, it almost looks identical. I really try to do that just to keep my swing simple. I mean, both sides are really short, and I'm a strong kid, so it allows me to be short.
Did you use a lot of video when you were younger?
Yeah, I did use a lot of video. I mean, I tried to keep my swing short. I mean, that's something that I still use to this day to help my swing, and I mean, that's something I'll probably use.
Because I was talking to Brooks Lee, and obviously I feel like this generation, with the advantage of video, you can mirror your swings a little bit better than maybe what we used to do back in the day. So Brooks is the same way. He doesn't remember when he started switch hitting, maybe 3, 4 years old, but he tries to be the same hitter on both sides of the plate. So I know you know who Brooks is. You guys are friends, right?
We're good buddies, but yeah. I mean, that's something we utilize, and it's a big key. I mean, a big tool nowadays because you can actually see your swing from both sides, and I think that allows us to be successful from both sides of the plate.
Okay, now the easy stuff's over. Here you go.
No, go ahead, Dan.
Yeah, let's talk about the other side of the ball. What position on the field are you most comfortable playing? Because you've played a few different positions.
Yeah, I played a few different positions this year and last summer. I mean, comfortable at all of them, but I think I'll be playing in the big leagues at third base someday. I mean, that's what I truly believe, and that's where I have the most comfort and where I think I see myself in the future.
I truly believe you look like someone I've seen before. And I can't, maybe this will help me pinpoint. Drew Brees showed up to meet the LSU Tiger. I mean, that's uncanny.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
I can't be the first one that thought that.
No, I got a lot of that especially when I committed to LSU. I mean, fans were crazy. They're like, man, is that Drew Brees Jr.? And I got all these comments, but yeah, it's definitely one of the coolest experiences meeting him. I mean, he's a great man, goes about his business in a professional way, and I mean, what better way to, replicate your game after and your life after than that guy.
Drew could have been a pretty good baseball player.
Yeah.
His younger brother's was a pretty good.
He was an all right football player too.
Yeah, I think he had a pretty good
He did
career.
okay. He did
Jacob
okay.
Berry, we're excited for the MLB draft to see your name called in the first round, okay? Best of luck.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.